Okay, let's get this started. Continue. Rise from the ashes. Exactly. Objection. This is too dramatic. Hey, Steven, how's it going? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office, and almost as long since we actually played this game. 2 months without a single trial. Not bad, not bad. I've had offers, but none I took. Oh, look at you. He's all depressed and stuff. He's like, without Maya, my life has no meaning. That is, until the day the girl showed up. Wright and Company, law offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. It's not, I mean, I guess it's nice if you don't have to, man. Jeez. Just come to the office and just hang out. Are you there? Finally. Where have you been? Oh my gosh. This girl. My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Do I look like a Mia Fey? Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Mia Fey is no longer, works here. That's a nice way of putting it. She was murdered! Way to keep it. So are you the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. With my spiky hair. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright. The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case. Yes, that is correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. What a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry? I'm afraid that I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Uh-oh. He's having flashbacks to Maya. Maya! Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name is Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Alright. Well, she's got a lab coat on, so that totally makes her scientific. And a badge. Alright, let's find out. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. So she's 15. Wow. He hangs out with the young ones, let me tell you. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to formally be assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. The case. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You just have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? Scientific investigator? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child. I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure. Can't falter for the lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. Oh, goody. I'll show you when I'm done. Looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. No, let's find out. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? Well, that's great deductive reasoning. After she just stated it. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Wow. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Everyone's parents are dead. These, young, chipper women, totally inappropriate for him. Oh, I'm sorry. When she gets like she is now, you mean strapped in jail, awaiting arraignment for being, for murder? I mean, I would be a little testy too, but... Now it's the same office. What am I doing? I'm gonna present her with my badge. See this? This is my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold painting is flaking a bit. Right? Exactly. She analyzed it, scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. Wait a minute, gold doesn't corrode, you silly little goose. I'll give it $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale yet. Okay, let's move to the detention center. February 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. Emma? Oh, I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard? I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Why is... What? Oh, look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is that you do? My name is Lana, Lana Skye. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. Oh, are you? I had no idea. What is it with the prosecutors always getting, like, in trouble for murder? Like, what are you doing, people? You're a prosecutor? How do you not know she's a prosecutor, by the way? Like, shouldn't you know all the prosecutors? Two sisters, one lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? The case. There's something you should know from the start. Okay, tell me. I'm just dying to know. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Wait, meaning you? Huh? Wait, but the suspect... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright. Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. Who was your subordinate? It couldn't happen to be, our best friend, could it? Could it? You think it's our best friend? I think it's our best friend. Okay, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Oh, it better not be Gumshoe! I'll be so sad. A detective? Death was due to loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. Well, that would take a long time to die, but never mind. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? What, Mr. Wright? What does that mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Oh, she's a micromanager. Excellent. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident, when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he was very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year. She was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She would do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Oh, really? Tell me more. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted? Lana was top of her class in school. Sure. That's what we'll say. Wink. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana? Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So, how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. Hey, I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. This is very confusing. I'm getting a lot of mixed messages here. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? What about? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. They seem to get in trouble, those prosecutors, those wacky prosecutors. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's check out the underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. All right, let's anything else? No. Okay. Let's move. Let's go to the underground parking lot. So this is the lot. This doesn't. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move on. It doesn't matter. So this is the lot where it happened. That sounds like a song. This is the lot where it happened. Anyway, looks like they're still investigating. Funny, that was my first. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone! Keep up the good work! Hi, what are you thinking? Well, they're going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Oh, hey there! You suspected to go unnoticed there, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Looks like Bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. I don't know what to say to this. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Okay, that's really weird that you're talking about a girl, so let's not analyze that too much. Mr. Marshall! Is it? It couldn't be Marshall, is it? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's solid strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a mother load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner! Now know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? I don't even know what that means! You want the dreams? You want to know what the dreams the cacti out in the desert dreams? You want to know? I don't know. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What is this guy talking about? That is a very good question, Phoenix. In fact, that's the best question we've had all day. You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. And he keeps calling me Bambina. Was that Ombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Wow, it was weird, okay? It was weird. I miss Gumshoe, to be honest. Look, a door! It must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. Fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation, shall we? Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. Oh, the step ladder joke. What's the difference? It's a scientific term, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Here's a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to Baramon. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. What is she babbling about? The phone isn't working. Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank? Water tank wall? Fail to see how it makes any difference either way. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy! I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. I mean, you kind of are, but that's fine. Alright. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what? What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet. I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is really basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. A foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. I am called to duty already, and at my tender age. I love that they're stealing shit already. I mean, this is classic Phoenix Wright. Here I am to teach you the trick of examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now look at the court record. Oh, they did it for me. Now you have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Oh, dang it. we did get more fancy in this season. From every angle. Ooh, look at that! I can move it around. Whoa! Look at me. I am fancy. Okay, I have done that. What? Can I move on now? There's definitely something in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, I think there might be a clue here. Excellent, thank God. You should check it out with the press enter. This is an ID card. Oh my God. Look at this fella. Well, at least it's not our sergeant. I mean, like our gumshoe guy. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. See? Well, isn't it scientific investigation useful? I guess, but I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Yeah, we totally just stole a cop's ID. It's totally fine. I'm digging it. An investigative card found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Okay. Well, that felt, like we're off to a good start. Okay, I feel like we're off to a good start. Let's see. Cat. I hear him meowing in the background. He's up to something. Oh, what's this? This is where the car leaves the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? There's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose? Ah, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German or was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's in a cafe. Why does she have to be so dumb? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard's office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. Rude, but accurate. Alright, it looks like we've checked out everything. So let's... Oh wait, I forgot. We can slide. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize! I would have missed this whole thing. Well, no time to waste. Let's go hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you've got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our crime scene. Wouldn't we best be moseying along, lest you're fixing to bite the bullet? God, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides the red Mustang with the body in her saddle? Eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon upon the 12th floor of the prosecutor's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Prosecutor's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cervezas. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Well, that was nice of him. Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Where are you two all set? Us? Oh, hi. Fancy outfit. What's this? She couldn't be... You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Some crunchy goodness coming at you? Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passersby. Are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days of as the cough-up queen are over. What? Cough up, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you know. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. The stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you forget it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. Yipes, she means it. He definitely has a thing for dominant women. Okay, let's talk to her and see what she's got to say. The case. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Cool. Destiny. Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of evil one of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms about blackening the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of them all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this? Evil. this. Mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Is it just me, or is the dialogue getting weirder? I'm not sure. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing is clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. What did you witness? So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Ms. Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his the sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a minute, I thought they said she stabbed him once. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No? Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried the General Tso's Trilobite lunch set? Ew. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of the Trilobite's flavor. Trilobite is, yeah, that's gross. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? So the security room over there, the glass-walled booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Ms. Star, are a lunch vendor with an alternative motive for coming here. Useful analysis, not. Prosecutor's office. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Ms. Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha! Prosecutors are all alike. The bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of a 10-day-old clam in the chowder. Clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That would be sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Cough-Up Queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Oh, so we can't go to the side now, can we? Defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling a Lunchland Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles. Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, it's not a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me? The lunch lady? Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Alright. Well, screw this girl. She's a weirdo. Let's go somewhere else. Hi, prosecutor's office. Woo! Well, isn't this fancy? This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Wow. Rude. Thanks. Oh, look, here's a trophy or something here. It's definitely broken, right? A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this, does it? Whatever office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. It's your sister, you dummy. Phoenix, right? You never tire of prying into other people's businesses, do you? That voice. Oh, it's our buddy. I forgot about him. Oh, long time no see, Wedgeworth. Huh. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister is chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. We know this, Wedgie. I totally wasn't... Yeah, I looked at that, but I kind of was like, is that a picture? Like, what is that? And it does, the drapes do match his outfit. Oh, God. Oh, I should have known Wedgie was coming. No. It was just Mr. Right here. Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in a nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What? What of it? What? Your car? Well, he's just falling down. She's just falling down in his eyes or her eyes or something. Like she's just putting her foot in. I'll say one thing: she certainly can scream. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Oh, wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir, Emma Skye. Nice to meet you again. Now you didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. Oh, that's creepy. Don't say it like that, Wedgie. Don't say it like that at all, okay? I'll admit, I was surprised. It was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, Wedgie. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? You mean that you're flamboyantly gay? No. Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established at trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need a very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. What does that mean? They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's got to be a story behind that one. Lana Skye. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she looked out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but sure, she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Okay, what? Wedgie. That is a serious weapon. Why don't you have that on your person? Why do you just like randomly leave it around, huh? What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it is a knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth knife added to court record. No prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't you take a joke? A strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Okay. Let's show him our... Wait, we're gonna show him our badge. Ready? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You want to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. You can't switch over, dude? Alright, whatever. Present. Miss Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are you sure we should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh. He'll take it for sure, won't he? Sigh. I wish I could be to the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Oh my god, that is funny as hell. Okay. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Oh! Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Oh my god. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It's a big K on it. Mumbles of prosecutors. Oh, what? What was that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King? King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of employee of the month, only better? Okay, it was given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors, at the PD on the day of the murder. Well done, Edgeworth. You must be so proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? That's what I asked. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. Must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. My, what an amazing bouquet! Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's even a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wait, wasn't there a Wendy? Wendy. I've heard that name somewhere before. Yes, I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? Oh, no! I don't think so. Oh my gosh. Whoa, what a view. Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. Guess you would feel important. Incidentally, where you should jump out of the window, the time of impact to the ground would be... Got it. Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Ooh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I got more for the instant tea bags myself. Yes, amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There is such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Whoa, these are case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Ah, thought of Gumshoe again. Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? You must study these reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up there on the ladder. Hey, chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's a bit of a tight spot. The red knight have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges, surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. That's hilarious. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has a sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? I don't know what to tell you, bro. A crush is a crush. Okay. Anything else to say, sir? Nope, nothing else to say. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Underground parking lot. Anything else? Nope. detention center? Oh, I guess she's not talking to us then. Rude, man. Rude. Let's go back to the office. Oh, we should have asked him about the stupid thing. Ah, I have noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. What is this, a behavioral study of lawyers? Oh yeah, let's go back. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, I must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Oh, look, it's got a little, it's like a fist. I guess that's it. Okay. Present it! So basically this says you are the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to get to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? The day of the crime. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. Wow! It's so cute! Look at you guys! We call it evidence transfer. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There was an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision. Precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub added to the court record. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. Wow, that was fast. So he got here, basically got into the elevator, and then the murder happened. But they said that he didn't die right away. That means he was in the guy's trunk for a really long time. So the murder happened right after you got back? What right? I appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. What the hell? Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? Anywhere on the premises? Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here, sir. The request of the chief, sir. You've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir, that told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Whimper. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. It looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains. Good luck. Why is his hand all fucked up? Great. Yes, sir. He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks? He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Alright. Let's move the hell out. Police department entrance! Oh god, that... Look, it's gotten bigger! Woo! We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Oh, that's gonna be important. Police burn, huh? I've only ever been to a criminal affairs next door, huh? Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Mr. Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well... Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey! Have you know I'm very busy man, pal. Sure you are. The case. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why? Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What? But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. Well, what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with us these days. So what are you going to do here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They just kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into the criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guys in there are chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, M did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene is unheard of, pal. Oh, he's a patrolman? That is very strange. Let's show him our badge! Oh, no. Wait, rotate. Oh, look! It's got a number on the back. That's so cute. Okay. Present! Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. I mean, maybe I do. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. You got an ID card right there. Wait, speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Yes, I was getting to that. I just wanted to show him my badge because it's funny. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is Detective ID card. You can't just keep that. I have to turn it in to the police. The people like you that get me in so much trouble all the time. Detective Gumshoe must have dropped his card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Wait, back. Oh wait, no, I did not mean to do that. You can just about anything with these days with a card and the right security number. Scary. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forgot my secret number a lot too. It's scary. But I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. Move it though. Okay, come on. A name and ID are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, Yabba Dabba. Yabba Dabba? Well, there's a certain ring to it. Exactly my point! Tee-hee! I just take much to amuse her. Found in Mr. Edwards' car, stabbed with Mr. Edwards' knife. What would drive Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I'm sure, of course, somebody else really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little bit more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal! I got an award for diligence myself. Of course he did. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently, he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edwards' car, stabbed, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. But it took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth broke the scar. If only he had held up at the couple of extra lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps it just goes to show you never know what's going to happen when you run a yellow light. Oh, Jesus. I don't know if that's really the best way to put it, but okay. Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Really? Really? Now there's a scary thought. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back. Alright, finally. Go, go, go. I didn't mean to click it. I didn't mean to click it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go back. Jesus. Okay, here we are. I think we've, like, checked everything out closely. Let's go back. Anything else to talk about? Oh, Bruce Goodman. So this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why wouldn't the victim's ID card be laying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. Edgeworth troubles. He's in a tough spot, again. Again? I love all the flashbacks. Well, it all started with that murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent! Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth.
Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there have been whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties to departments higher up. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this last case has started a new rumor. This latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for the rest of us. That's a beautiful thing, bro. Okay, we're gonna move. We're gonna go now. Actually, wait, back. Let's examine this area. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs, and I did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances and dances until the battery dies. Horrible. Poor Blue Badger fated to dance till he drops. Blue Badger panel added to the court record. Well, there's definitely something went wrong with his crown there. A work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What's his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from West LA. Yeah. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe allows Bear to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will look at you twice, pal. I mean, he does have a point. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. Ah, they make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It's when I was at school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? Oh, Jesus. The banner here is announcing a crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets. I don't think that's the kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want to have a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure out that without the extra help. I just feels like I have been jumped into a movie. You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is at all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Usual wanted posters are hanging up at the bulletin board there. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in those posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Detective in there looked pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, the police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Alright, that seems like everything. We got everything here. Let's move it, move it, move it. Underground parking lot. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like we'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Ew, oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. How many boyfriends does this woman have? What happened to the security guard? Of course it is. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Oh, Jesus. Will you stop with this? Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. A cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I want to ask you. Oh, right. Back. Wait a minute, I wanted to check this thing. What the hell? Hey, look there! It's like something has been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in the detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Yeah, you probably should. Okay, let's go back. Present. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Oh, that old cow dog? He's holding a birthday party or something. Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe, better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's patrolman, not detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a second. Isn't it a crime supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. I don't even know what's going on here. Note to self, police investigations are like settling lands. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction is crumpled and discarded. Oh my god. Look, there's a handprint on it. There's like, this is just... It's just all messed up. This thing is just like, oof. Alright. The victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman? He was a detective, right? Well, well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Wait! The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest. I thought it was in the stomach. A fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. Wow, that's very... Loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Of 4 p.m.? Why was my sister involved with the victim anyway? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman have nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman was a particularly gifted detective. Are there actually any gifted detectives on this squad? That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean to be offensive, but, Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They'll shoot me for that in Texas. Huh? I was on them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Ah! So it's probably the same case as our good friend Goodman. I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out on the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his own tail. Maybe it's because he runs with Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Interesting. Let's look at this car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. I love how the tape is actually falling out of the back of the truck. This rope, isn't it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know who would come to that conclusion. Looks like a cell phone. Oh, so long ago. A flip phone and stuff. Scientific analysis, which suggests this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else who would belong to it. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out! Heck yeah, check it out. Alright, let's check it out. Oh, okay. It's checking it out for us. Cool. This phone's still on a redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know that. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that you never know with people from your generation. Rude! Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. I'm loving this music here. Yeah! Hey, that song! I know that! Hey, what's going on over there? Beep! Ah, so sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It's on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you in that for Texas, partner. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Ugh. It's always about Texas, isn't it? Uh-oh, I just cited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. Yes, exactly, the state of yeehaw! I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yes, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill wind, something's up or something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranged testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What you're saying, Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there are gunshots, there are bound to be bullets. Oh, Jesus. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. That's why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Oh my god. I don't even know what to say to that. B block, through there. It's where visitors park. I can see Lunchland over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. Ew! Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Yes, Emma, I agree. It is very creepy. Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's still wrong. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. What? I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Okay, so that looks like everything. Oh wait, slide. See if we missed anything over here. We've talked to him about everything. Wait. Present. Let's present that. Ah, toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. Know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remember never to visit Texas. Oh wait, I forgot to check that out. Name of the deceased, Bruce Goodman. Date and time of death, between 4 and 5:30. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assignment, wound caused by 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found. There's no need to push this button again. What's wrong? You look like you... Look, I do, like during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Oops, back. I gotta be careful. This is your cell phone. That last time I used it was right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she's canceling her date for the night. What a rude dick. Why did Lana make that call? Alright, let's go back. Let's move. I think we need to go to the detention center, to be honest. And see if she'll talk to us. Nope, apparently she's not gonna talk to us. Okay. Back to our office. She's already said everything. Oh, actually, let's present her with a phone. It is something. You frickin' she called you, which is weird. Okay, let's move. Police department entrance. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. I wouldn't want to do that either. Good. Back. God damn it. Keep clicking it too hard. Present. Back. High prosecutor's office. Why is nothing? Where's our buddy? Where's Edgeworth? Hi, Greg. Cashmere, Italian styling, silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about... That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised. Thank you very much. She is really good at the appraisal thing, isn't she? Wow, what? That's an amazing bouquet. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy's a big fan, I guess. Not of us, though. She still hates us. Okay. So comfy sofa, sofa so good, sofa so far. Yeah, I got it. She's not inspiring comedian. Okay, so there's no one here to help us. Mm, go back to the underground parking lot. He has nothing back more to say. We've already presented him with all the stupid stuff. 5:15. 12. The prosecutor, bright red steed, came in a trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe. Waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along? That seems weird. Alright, compadre, count of 3. Oh yeah, alright. Alright. We literally have nothing else to do. I don't know what to do. Present. Here, see this? Ah, I've noticed the defense attorneys have tendency to show things to people. Yeah. Did I show him the autopsy? Oh yeah, I did show him the autopsy. Alright, where the hell's can I go? Is there anything I have not examined here? Nope. Examined. Zamby. Screw it. Let's examine. It's our plant! Mia's plant, Charlie. I've been taking care of him since Maya's absence. Mia's desk. I sit here even less now that I've stopped taking cases. I have to be at least dusted once in a while. Okay. Difficult looking legal books stand in for more formidable rows. They mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. Wow. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand and then my foot hurt, too. Wow, dude. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck that up there one day on the day she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from clients, though. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Big ads! The bellboy was staring right at me. Does, maybe have a crush on you, possibly? Okay, options. Nope. Back. Top. Back. Alright, let's move. Detention center. Examine. Let's see what they have to say about this guy every time. The guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Ms. Lana. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Oh, that's a new thing they've said. Smile for the camera. Where is Miss Lana? No clues here. Everything is checked out. What am I missing? I didn't talk to which one? You mean Detective Gumshoe? Or this idiot? Talk to him. I presented with him everything. Oh yeah, I did talk to him. Unless there's something new. No, see, Edgeworth's troubles. I showed him I presented him with all the stuff. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to check something. No, back. I feel like that should be checked off or something, but I can't. Let's try. As a detective, I keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want to do that either. Good. No, he doesn't. See, he doesn't respond to any of this. I wouldn't respond, blah 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 blah. That's his cell phone. Last time it was used, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. He is very bitchy about her. Maybe they used to date. Why did Lana make that call? Okay, let's present. Alright, compadre, count of 3. Okay, that didn't do anything. That's what they do in Texas. Prosecutor's bright red steed came in a trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. It seems the chief prosecutor was laying in wait. Maybe for her friends to ride in on his big red horse. Yeah, he definitely is like jealous. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Where the hell's Wedgie? No clues here. Yeah, I know there's no clues here. Maybe we have to dial it when we're back in our office. Don't you think he would recognize his own phone number, though? Yeah, right? Like, what's next? What do I have to do? Got the B side and the A side. Oh, wait! This is popped up new again. What the fuck? Okay. What? Look at this. It's a note of some sort. 675. Okay. Yeah, look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 6-7S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does this mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self: for detective reasoning, go with Edgeworth, not Wright. Deductive reasoning, excuse me. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. So, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that that song on your phone says plays when it rings. I know that song on your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? A popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. Oh, that makes much more sense. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. A detective is murdered, and a suspect is the top of the prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Save your progress at this point. Okay, I'm going to call it here for today because that one was a long one, and I'm tired. I might jump on to Guild Wars later. But might not. I think I need a nap. It's a Saturday. I need to do some times. Well, we'll do this more tomorrow. We shall continue with Phoenix Rice and Asatane. No, go back. No, stop it. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again. Bye.